Hello, it's me, Daryl, Florida Catholic guy. It's been a while, so I figured it was about time I get a video out there. Don't know what to talk about. I mean, I got some loose ideas, but I guess I'll start with everybody's favorite subject, politics. And don't know if everybody's heard. It's been quite a few made the rounds on all the social media sites, but apparently when Biden was meeting with the Pope, he had a little accident and pooped his pants. Now, I don't know if this is actually true, but I've heard it from quite a few sources, so I'm kind of thinking there's something to it. Who knows? Let's just say it wouldn't surprise me. Then there was this thing that when he was actually meeting with the Pope, they got him on camera, and he said something to the Pope about, you're the most famous African American baseball player that ever lived, or something. You're the most famous African American baseball player that ever lived, or something about it, or in the U.S. or something like that. And I mean, there are some of these quote-unquote fact-check sites that are saying he was talking about Hank Aaron or somebody like that, but I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Of course, nothing he does makes sense to me, but that was the rumor or thing from the quote-unquote fact-check. Like I said, I don't give those things credit for anything, because most of the time they're lying to protect Biden and the Democrats. Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Yourself? And then there was a big election this past Tuesday. And the Democrats got shellacked, at least in Virginia. And it was looking like New Jersey was going to go our way too, but I don't want to say the Democrats cheated, but it's looking like the Democrats cheated. So that's pretty much what I got. They're still building up here. These houses are almost done. In fact, down there they got somebody moving in. Somebody moved in on those over there, but they're still building. They're really going to town over here. Anyway, what I was talking about with the cheating, that's over. There's built houses up where my Gator Lake is, right there where I saw the gator the first time. So now they get houses going up over there, so I won't be able to go over to the lake. And yeah, so somebody was saying something about they found like 50,000 ballots or something like that. And at 1 o'clock in the morning again in New Jersey, which was enough to give the Democrat the win. Obviously, I don't know too much about that, whether it's true or not, but it wouldn't surprise me. The Democrat machine is strong in New Jersey, and wouldn't surprise me if they cheated in Virginia too to make it a little closer than what it would have been otherwise. But because they had some funny business going on in, I think it was Fairfax County, Virginia, where some poll worker unplugged a bunch of the machines before they were counted, before the ballots are counted. And so they had a big delay, so that's kind of suspicious to me. And I mean, Shirley, I don't know what his name is, something like that, the Republican that won, he was ahead by like 10 points and 200,000 votes all night, and then all of a sudden, right toward the end, it got down to like a 2 or 3 point win, which was enough to guarantee his win. But I don't know, I just don't trust Democrats. I think they tried to cheat, and you got to get that under control, because otherwise, how can we trust the election process? I know I can't. I mean, I think we're good here in Florida, and the places that, like Georgia, that made some good election laws, voter ID. I think we need voter ID nationwide. Of course, you're never going to get it with these clowns in charge. And so I'm hoping we can get Trump back in there in 2024, but right now the biggest concern has to be 2022 and taking back the House and Senate. And as long as there isn't any cheating, I think we're going to be really good, because regardless of what happened in New Jersey with the Democrat winning, it shouldn't have even been that close. New Jersey is a heavily Democrat state, and to come in within a point or two of beating them. And Virginia too. Virginia hasn't gone Republican since, I think they said 2005. So I think that's pretty much a bellwether for what we have coming up in 2022. And you know, Democrats keep pushing these mandates, and you know, you gotta get the poke or else you lose your job. And that's not gonna fly with the people. You know, especially now they're doing that with kids. And one thing is you don't mess with mama bears. And that's what they did. And if they didn't learn their lesson from last Tuesday, they're really going to learn it in 2022. We only need one seat to flip the Senate. And we only need like a dozen seats to flip the House. And I don't know. I think we got a pretty good chance of at least doing that. And at least that will restore a little bit of sanity until we get to 2024. and at least put the reins in on Biden and the Democrats. And he can only do so much with mandates and executive orders. So, I mean, he can do enough damage with them, but at least he can't do any permanent damage. And, you know, these Democrats proved who they were or who they are when the Democrat there in Virginia, he lost the race by saying that parents shouldn't have any control about what their kids learn in school. And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent. When you're telling parents that they shouldn't have control of what their kids learn in school, that doesn't go over very well with anybody. So, honestly, I just hope the Democrats keep doing what they're doing. New York City's a mess right now. I was watching YouTube videos. They've had some pretty big fires in New York City recently. And they got a real manpower shortage in the fire department there. And it's not good. Because they just fired a bunch of people for not having the jab. And you know, I thought the people in New York City would wake up and not elect another Democrat, but I guess they want to be governed harder and harder because they elected another Democrat. Supposedly this guy isn't as bad as de Blasio was or is, but I don't trust him because he's still a Democrat. And Democrats gonna do Democrat things. And so anyway, that's the politics that I got for you. Some sports. Braves won the World Series. I was rooting for them. Only because of what happened with the All-Star game. If you remember right, because of the voter ID laws that Georgia passed, MLB became woke and moved the All-Star game from a very heavily black area to a mostly white area in Denver. And that proved how woke they were. So it's just fitting that at least 3 World Series games are held in Atlanta, and Atlanta won. So the Braves got revenge, and Trump was at one of the games in Atlanta, and he did the tomahawk chop, which the leftists hate, so that triggered them even more. Oh, and that's the other thing, getting back to politics for a second, is the Democrats all ran against Trump. No kidding. Every time they had a rally or something or a speech, it was all Trump, 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 Trump. And trying to use Trump as a bad thing. Well, if anything, Trump was a good thing. I mean, I'm not going to say that Trump won it for them because, Trump didn't really come and speak at any of the Republicans' events, but Trump did endorse him, and the Republican governor, or the governor-elect, said that he was grateful to have Trump's endorsement, but he didn't come and speak or anything. And but that was good. And if they keep making it about Trump, they're going to keep losing, because especially now with Biden being an absolute disaster, falling asleep on TV and pooping his pants and can't complete a full sentence. I mean, Trump is looking real good right now to a lot of people, and he's looking real good to a lot of people that voted for Biden. And actually, I'm not sure how many people they are that actually voted for Biden, but that's another story. But yeah, getting back to sports. So Braves won. Happy about that. The Tampa Bay Lightning hockey is doing pretty good right now. They got a game tonight coming up, but they've been getting back on track. They've won a few games in a row, 4 or 5, I think. I don't know if they lost since then, but they got off to a little bit of a rough start, but they've cleaned it up. And the Buccaneers, they're doing all right. Trying to think of the last team that they played. Oh, the Saints. Yeah, they lost to the Saints, and that was a bad game. But for some reason, the Saints always kick their butts until the playoffs, and then the playoffs, Brady takes it to the next level and beats them. At least that's how it happened last year. But yeah, I was sick a couple of weeks ago. Was it 2-3 weeks ago? Was the last home game. I didn't get to go. But now I'm doing a lot better, so hopefully I'll get to go to the next game, which isn't until it's a Monday night game. I want to see it on the 22nd or something like that. So I don't know who it's against, but I'll get back to going to games again. That'll feel good. And another thing that happened recently is me being or used to be anyway, a Boston fan. One of the announcers for the Red Sox, TV announcer, Jerry Remy, very popular announcer, real good guy, real good player back when he played. He's been battling lung cancer for several years now, and he ended up succumbing to it. I think it was early this week. I don't know if it was like Monday or something, but he unfortunately died. And so anyway, that's a pretty sad situation. And I'm gonna miss him because he was a real good announcer, real good guy. And I mean, he had some family troubles like anybody else, but I mean, I don't hold that against him at all. Family things are family things, and it happens. And so that's, I'm back in Facebook jail again. Funny situation. Well, it's not funny, but it's, what happened was, I still go to, Maine news sites from back in Maine where I was, and, I guess they're opened the first Chick-fil-A up in Maine the other day. Give you some scenery instead of looking at my ugly face. So yeah, they opened their first Chick-fil-A up in Maine, and some idiot Democrat made the comment, oh, they're a racist and hateful organization. And so I replied back to this woman. I said, you're ugly inside and out. And, 30-day lockout for that. For bullying. But it's okay for her to spew her hatred and slandering Chick-fil-A, calling them racist and hateful. But if I call her out on it, I get the ban. But what are you going to do? I mean, it's another one of these things where as soon as I posted it, I got the notice. Well, first it said your comment was removed because it goes against our standard, but I was still able to comment and stuff. And it was a couple minutes after that they came and said you can't post for 30 days, which, I mean, I've been trying to be good, so that kind of pissed me off. And I'm beginning to really hate Facebook. If it wasn't for the fact that I got a lot of family and friends on there, I would have deleted my account months ago. And I've been back on Twitter for a while, just because I made another account. I actually got a burner phone because when you make a Twitter account, you have to put in a cell phone number. And obviously I didn't want to use mine because that's what my old band account was under. So I got a different cell phone. It's only like $22 a month, so I made another account, changed my name. Actually, it didn't change my name. I just I'm using my middle name instead of my first name. And I did change my birthday. Same date, different year. I made myself younger by about 10 or 12 years, something like that. And yes, I am just going around and around. There are all kinds of stuff there. I'm getting ready to head home. But yeah, so I'm locked out till I think like the end of the month, probably around Thanksgiving time. least I made it about 2-3 weeks before getting banned this time. That's kind of a record. I'm trying to participate in the NaNoWriMo National Novel Writing Month. It's goes the whole month of November. Supposed to write a novel 50,000 words or more during the whole month. I started, but I don't know, I just haven't been into it, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I call it the old house on the hill, and it's basically about this apartment building I lived in when I was growing up, and it after we moved out of it, I mean, it still had people living there for a while. Then after I had moved out several years later, there was a fire in the building, and I don't know if anybody ever lived in it after that, because it got all dilapidated, and I guess a year or two ago they finally tore it down. I mean, I pulled up some pictures of it from when it was still there, and you could see that the porch roof was all caved in, and I mean, it was just a total state of disrepair. So basically, going through some of the childhood stuff, and it is fiction, but like with all good fiction, it's kind of mixed in with some true life things. And basically, after I go through the childhood thing, talking about the fire and everything, and put in some fiction stuff like people supposedly going missing and rumors about it being haunted and stuff. I'm gonna go back there as an adult, and I'm thinking I don't really know where I want to go with it, so it's going to be kind of like on the fly if I start getting back into it. But I'm thinking when I'm going through the house, looking at where I used to live, going down into the basement and maybe finding like a doorway that brings me into another dimension, like maybe back to my childhood, and have things happen, and having to do whatever I have to do to get back to my current life or a current dimension. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. And I don't know, maybe I'll get into it, but I've been lazy and haven't been writing, but I'm kind of giving myself ideas just talking about it now, so maybe that's a good thing. But anyway, if I do it, I'll let y'all know how it goes. I've actually done this several years. For several years, I've completed the novels. As in, I got 50,000 words. Some of them, or most of them, I haven't completed as far as the storyline. I'd get my 50,000 words and yay, I won, and then I don't complete it, which is makes no sense. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, this time I'm going to go home. It is getting dark. We're about to get another cold front coming through tomorrow. And which means another round of showers and thunderstorms. Today was kind of, well, pretty much is cloudy, but no rain. Overnight and into tomorrow morning, rain's supposed to move in. Showers and thunder showers all day. And I don't know if it's tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow or Saturday. Temperature is only going to get maybe into the 60s. There's one computer model that says we're only going to have highs in the 50s. But it's going to be rainy and crappy all day. But we do need the rain, so there's that. Then after it moves out from Sunday on into next week, it's going to be beautiful. Upper 70s, low 80s, and just sunshine, and it'll be nice. I've been wanting to get on my bike, and maybe that'll be a good time to do it. If I'm not stuck inside writing my novel. I also got to get walking again because I'm getting fatter and fatter, which I'm not impressed with, but it is what it is. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough. This is a long update to make up for all the time that I've been missing. So I'll say good night. God bless you. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.